I'm going to read a story called The Golden Seaweed. I've never read this story before. I'm going to read it for the first time now. Okay? Here we go. Just a minute. Okay. Mr. N's laboratory was close to a rocky beach. Through his window, he could see the white breakers, and in the distance, he could see ships sailing on the horizon. It was a quiet place where the air was fresh, and it was pleasantly cool in summer. One day, the wealthy Mr. R came to call. I was out here for a drive, so I thought I'd drop by. "Please come in. Make yourself at home," replied Dr. N. "What sort of research have you been doing recently?" asked Mr. R. "Let me show you. I've just finished it." He pointed to a glass container filled with seawater, and in it was some seaweed, golden in color, swaying prettily in the water. "It's beautiful, isn't it?" said Mr. R in admiration. "It's out of this world. How did you manage to paint it?" "I didn't paint it, and I didn't gold plate it either. The gold is in the seaweed itself." "Really? Surely that's impossible," marveled Mr. R. The doctor then explained. "Trees and plants form stems and leaves by absorbing nutrients from the ground. This works in the same way. The seaweed grows by absorbing the gold contained in seawater. I've been improving the strain for a long time, and I've got this far. I've heard of the gold in seawater, but I've been told it takes too much trouble to extract. Mechanical methods don't pay because the costs are too high, but it can be done by using seaweed. So gold can be extracted quite simply by these means, then?" "Yes, all you have to do is burn the seaweed, dispose of the surplus ash, and you're left with the gold." Mr. Eyre stared in wide-eyed astonishment, unable to hide his desire. "It's marvelous," he exclaimed. "Won't you sell your invention to me?" "But, please, I'll pay you anything you want." Mr. N finally agreed. "All right, I'll sell it to you." "Thank you. I'll mass produce it and turn the seabed into a real gold mine." I'll mass produce it and turn the seabed into a real gold mine." "That's right. Develop it in a big way." With this, the doctor handed over his instructions for growing the seaweed. "I will, but why are you not interested in making money?" "I want to get on with my next piece of research as soon as possible." "I'd rather make money. This will make me richer still." With great joy, he paid and took the golden seaweed home with him. Watching him go, Dr. N was also delighted. "I've sold the golden seaweed, and thanks to him, I've now got the money to pay for my next research. I'll get down to it immediately. I'll develop a fish with golden scales, one that feeds on the golden seaweed. It will be a fast swimmer, and it will have the asset of returning home after it has grown. It will be a real bee of the sea, a much better invention." Okay, that's your story. You should try to listen to this a couple of times and try to read it at home as you're listening to my voice. Sorry for the nasally voice. All right, see you next week. I'm reading notes for Thursday's 1:30 p.m. class. She ignored me. I don't like the rain. I don't like rainy days. I bought a book of essays by many famous people. It took a long time to read. Please lend it to me after you're finished, or please lend it to me when you're finished. Can I borrow it after you're finished? Can I borrow it when you're finished? Can you lend me some money? Can I borrow some money? Seikaku is personality. Character is more of a measure of your moral goodness. So if you want to say someone is very honest and they can be trusted, it means they have good character. If someone is interesting, we say they have a good personality. It stinks very much. Kusai, kusai, kusai. Stinks very much. It really stinks. My husband's friend gave us whole oysters and oysters on the half shell and shelled oysters. We deep fried them. He made a fire. He built a fire. That's good. He set a fire is like hoka. We entered the house is formal. We went inside the house is natural. Please adopt me. Pray. Okay? That's your lesson. Just reading some notes for you.